Hello viewers, me and Team here, welcome back for another episode of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And since the last part, well, I'm back, and I decided to scatter on the map a little bit. Found the Dragon Utopia, which I visited for experience by killing the dragons. Still need to get Clancy down to the Library of Enlightenment. But there were the 3 colored border guards that I picked up in the previous videos that were blocking this, so I cleared those. And Quest Guard wants the Sandals of the Saint. And what I discovered is, up here, they want 25 ghost dragons to give you the Sandals of the Saint. I've also built up all the mage guilds to level 5 now. And there's lots of ghost dragons. Join me, but they will not. So I'm going to have to fight lots of ghost dragons instead. And it's going to take me a while to get enough ghost dragons. It's obnoxious. Anyway, slow down, because that's the way to play it. And I've just been massing undead troops, so it's fine. Yeah, this will work because they can't counterattack them. Yeah, nice. Can this kill them off? There's a chance of killing them off. Nope, not quite. Still haven't lost anything, fortunately. And I don't think I will. Yeah. Excellent. Whoa, what are you doing, Gem? I hear if you take dragons to a skeleton transformer, they'll transfer into bone dragons. We'll have to test that. But first I'm going to go get Clancy his stat up. And that is through any of these monolith 2As in enemy territory. Yeah, I've largely been using quick combat actually. But I turned it off for the ghost dragon fight because I did not want to lose any ghost dragons. That would have been very frustrating. And alright, I think bit by bit now it's time to take them to each of these towns. Now that they're all level 5. And they both have town portal on their own. For example, I don't need the scroll any longer. I have it. So I'm just going to teleport around to each of the cities and pick up all my spells. And yeah, I've shown this in the past, but whatever. Martian. Not sure. What are you doing? Rainhaven. Nope, too tired. Well, let's go flying the dragons. Yes, no, because I have stuff in my stack that is worthless. But we can give it a try. I don't think I even bothered to build up my main city to the point where I had dragons. No, I did not. But, yeah, I'm going to teleport her back to Terminus and have a look. Skeleton transformer. How about that? It does work. That's useful. It's not going to speed me up much, unfortunately. This is my only city that's built up. Oh no, I think I can pick up some bone dragons here too. So, okay, I'm going to go off screen, teleport all around, pick up all the stuff, get the bone dragons, then walk all the way down there with the Sandals of Saint. And yeah, then I'll bring it town portal back to my hometown. But before I do that, just a quick peek at my heroes now. Oh no, I'll do that after. I'll do that right before I finish the scenario. See you guys then, and I'm gonna get this too. I'm so pro. So once you have the Sandals of Saint, you just run for the monolith 2A. Meanwhile, I'm just pointlessly recruiting troops for Clancy here. Actually, I intend to farm a little bit more experience with him, so that's probably enough actually with all these elves. Just gonna teleport over here and start killing things again. Martian. Martian, whatever. Martian is good. Like Martian, M-A-R-T-I-A-N. Anyway, let's have a look at the spells. I don't need to show them for both heroes because they're the same. They both have Expert Wisdom and have pretty much farmed all the level 5 mage guilds on the map, and there are quite a few of them. So, looking good here. He's got Expert Earth Magic, nothing else that's Expert level. But it doesn't matter. Expert Earth Magic's what that I care about the most. Pretty good. Virtually every spell, including some spells that I would have liked to have had with Dracon. So while they're statistically inferior, they have a lot of stuff available to them now. And these aren't horrible stats. These heroes will be very usable in a future campaign, which is good because they carry over. I think. Let's see what carries over. Well, gem carries over. And skills and spells along with experience. So she won't be level capped, but she'll be close to level capped. And I don't really care about levels once you get to a certain point. A lot of these stats are artificial. But what I really care about are stats and spells and skills. Unfortunately, I screwed up and got things like scouting, and I had to have first aid, unfortunately. Yeah, experience, skills, and spells. Okay. So we're just going to run gem over here. And I found this like off stockpile off screen. I also grabbed things like warriors' tombs just because, well, there's no reason not to. If I get bad morale, who cares? I'm running undead troops. Yay. Kill everything. Kill things for fun. Yeah, I'm losing rocks. Kill the griffins. I know, it's pointless. I should stop now. You know what? I have a bad feeling about this. It wouldn't give me a message if it was safe to take. Yeah, see? But we're not on cursed ground, and I have expert mass slow. So screw you, undead. Although their numbers are strictly superior, it's not gonna matter. They don't have any stats. Yeah, I'll take pot shots of the vamps. They're still pretty fast, all told. Well, vampire lords. Yeah, not very impressive. So I can do the wait and run thing. What else? I don't think you can bless undead troops, although it would be funny. I don't have expert mass curse. Yeah, mirth would be funny. Chain lightning's kind of worthless at this point. Prayer. You know what? Why not? Just because it's absolutely ludicrous that you can cast this spell on them. And I think this spell is overrated, but whatever, we'll use it. Now, the Vampire Lords can't drain health from me also, which is nice. Nice! Double damage! And I can't be aged by the Ghost Dragons. All beautiful things. And that's all because I'm also undead. So actually walking into this battle with undead troops wasn't the worst idea. Ugh, double damage every time, aren't they? It's alright though, it's becoming pretty clear that I'm going to win this battle. The Dread Knights are pretty rough, but who cares? How much does this do? Yeah, it's a pretty strong Armageddon. Dragongeddon! I could start just spamming Raise Dead too. It's a good level 3 spell if you're undead, which I am, so... Actually, I should only raise dead on things I care about, which will come soon enough. Yeah, I'll have the Ghost Dragon there. I'll res them soon enough, although at this point, it barely matters. Yeah, club them. Ooh, I got a kill that way. For some reason, they're still being stupid and attacking the zombies. Well, okay. Now we wear down the Black Knights a little bit, and now they're starting to take a toll. So we'll just do that. Whatever. Not fitting very well here. Owned. Oh great, I'm still blocking myself because I'm pro. Enemy dead. Well, it could be worse. And now I have her 1 level short of max. And I think it's okay to go in with like 1 stat point behind. After all, I farmed stat points anyway. And how much experience would it take? Yeah, 30-some thousand, well, roughly 30,000 experience just to reach the next level. And for what, a 1 stat point? I think the stat up buildings now are a better draw for me now that she's also maxed out on skills. So no worries on that. And I think skills and stats are way more important than like your level, all the stats from levels. So okay, let's go to Rainhaven and win the map. Yeah, precious cargo is intact.
Sandro has tricked me. But to what purpose? Why would he run off with the dead man's boots without paying me? Did he keep the money for himself? Did he give Ethric the other artifacts? He certainly couldn't have been an agent for Deja. The undead troops I destroyed to get the artifacts were worth more than the artifacts themselves. None of this makes sense. I will have to write to Ethric in Bracata and tell Lord Fayette about this immediately.
Well, get ready for Sandro has tricked me because it becomes a running theme. Whatever. That is the first campaign of Shadow of Death down. I'm impressed because I completely sucked at this so badly before I started my Let's Play that I couldn't even conceive winning, and then now I made this look kind of trivial, which it probably is. I was just such a newbie that I didn't realize. Anyway, we have our first campaign down, well, officially, in the Shadow of Death series. And yeah, I could play on Impossible or something, but I don't want to do that. I want to play on the default difficulties that they have. I did Hack and Slash as practice, I said a while back, so I'm going to have to do one of the other two. And since I had such an easy time with New Beginning, not really, but easy enough, let's go to something that will probably piss me off and frustrate me a little bit. Birth of a Barbarian. Escape from... Okay, well here we have Yogg, and I've mentioned this already. He's going to stop being a wizard and become a barbarian. And I have to capture Groa in 5 months. Yogg is limited to level 9. Level 9, great. Carries experience and skills to the next scenario. There is one thing about Yogg that is very unique though, and we'll show that in just a minute. Let's start with the Nagas.
All my life I have been studying magic under the wizards of Bracata to please my mother, a genie. But it is the blood of my barbarian father that runs through my veins, and I feel that my hands were meant to carry a sword rather than a staff. Fate seems to agree, for I have received an invitation from Duke Winston Baragas of Krulot to join his army. The time has come for me to leave this place, but I know that my teachers will not permit that without a fight.
Yep. Yep, more like your father than what your mom wanted you to do. That's great. So now we have an invitation from the Duke to join the Krulods. Yeah, that's right. That Tatalia is the fortress. And when your sparring partners find a town, you can build up troops and fight your way to Krulod. Okay. So you have to go south and reach safety in a few days. I've played the first mission of this before, so I should be okay there. There's one thing about Yogg. Yay, no wisdom. He cannot learn or use spells. Ever. His specialty might be Chain Lightning, but he cannot cast spells. There's no point in buying a spell book. You can't win this, by the way. You have no chance. You'll get owned. It'd be nice, but yeah, you cannot cast spells, so forget it. Might as well grab this, and I don't think I can fight through a pack of Magi with Tarek. He's only level 1. So this campaign is going to involve Town Portal. It's not going to involve Expert Earth Magic Slow. It's not going to involve any spells whatsoever. So this is going to be very unique among my Let's Play in that I will not be using fairly repeating and cookie cutter type tactics. I'm going to have to do something different. I'll also be ignoring all stat ups that have anything to do with power and knowledge, since I can't cast magic ever. And continuing on with skills that give me actual might abilities. So, okay, we're going to run a cover of darkness just to piss them off. And you don't want to mess around too long here because, well, we're going to start it early with this. But yeah, you want to actually make it to the town so you don't get banished. Alright, yeah, sometimes the shadow, I don't know if that's random. Some of these campaigns actually encourage you to take the witch huts, like the Dragon's Lair campaign, for example. It was pretty effective in that regard. Yeah, I could be fighting this stuff, but I don't think it's a good idea just yet. Like here's a perfect example of something I'm going to flagrantly ignore because it's worthless to me. I'm just saying. First aid, not so good. Oh no, Ain is coming after me. Ain's really not that threatening. How about that? Let's just keep running. Naga Bank. Ballistics. No, I don't think so. If I get a halfway decent skill on my next roll, though, I'm going to have to take it so I don't wind up with 2 expert level stuffs. I really don't want to get stuck taking wisdom or like something bad like scouting. Yeah, Ain has been sent to hunt him down. Of course. Okay, so apparently they're not... They're not fixed, clearly. Or it's just a jerk move. It's possible as well. That sucked. Yay. Light blue border gained. That's not too useful to me either. Yet. Because I can't pass it. Alright, we take experience and continue moving towards the town. That's what I really care about the most. The problem with Might Heroes, at least early on, is that you really need your troops for your Might stats to make a difference, and at first you don't have them. So you're kind of screwed. Sure. And let's take this town. Yeah, tactics is not a bad skill for him, but I don't really need it in this particular fight just because my opponent is so weak sauce. Alright, we win. We get a town for our efforts. Estates is kind of cruddy. We're not taking estates. So what do I have? Oh, I do have logistics, so I don't have to worry about getting stuck with something I don't want. Fort right away. Yeah, we don't have to worry about our heroes abandoning us. That's good. Rally flag. Several genies. Wait a second. When Ain moves out, does she have the Titans? I can't recall. 'Cause it would be pretty funny to sniper stuff. Upgraded workshop. Tavern. Tavern's kind of like recruiting troops, actually. Theodorus will do it. Yeah, probably I'm going to bring some of Bricada's forces along with me here. And we can take several genies. They're frail. We have Nagas. Even though our Nagas are not going to be that great. Alright. Wait, attack for full damage. Ugh. Freaking golems. Okay, maybe the genies wasn't the best idea. I don't know. Some people like gremlins. I really don't. And you'll notice I didn't use them a lot, or at all really, in the Dragon Slayer campaign, other than the first mission when we were just given some. Because they're really frail. Their damage is a bit of a letdown. I don't know. They're shooters technically, but they're kind of cruddy. Like most level 1 troops. Yes. Although I think the genies were a decent trade here. Nah, it's alright. I'm level capped at 9, so I'm not really in a hurry. Haha, use as well. And again, Shrine of Magic gesture, just no. Worthless. Border gate is blocking Ain. We can actually beat Ain. It's not all that hard. Well, since I bothered to go with gremlins, I'm going to bring some along. At least use them to some capacity. And yeah, we get another wizard, so we're gonna not hire him. Oh, because he's blocked. There we go. This should at least give me an early oomph against my opponent. Can help out Yogg with some extra forces. Move the genies into the middle. You know what? I don't even want the iron golems. You're just gonna slow me down. Haha, you cannot trade your spellbook. That would break the map. The campaign, really. Break the whole campaign. If I could pull that. Let's see here. Would you like to recruit Magi? Yes. Whip together a force that's pretty competent, possibly. Alright, well, you can see the blue border guard down there. It's guarded by a pack of Naga Queens. And that's what's going to let me through this and my opponent through this. So I do have to watch out for that. Several Master Genies? I don't think so. And I also have to be careful about my troops, just because this is such an expensive town type. We've been through this in the Dragon Slayer campaign. It's really hard to pay for tower troops. How many? Pack of iron golems? We can take them. Might as well win the easy battles, right? And since these are just random non-shooters, I can probably stack up here. Block with some Nagas. There we go. Everybody wait. Wow, they're fast. Oh, because they're on home terrain too, right? But I should also be fast. And you cannot retaliate. Haha, you suck. Full damage, excellent. Let's do it again. These are faster than them, right? Yes, they are. Okay. Run away! Apparently that's a speed tie. I better attack these guys, because they're going to attack my Naga Queens in a moment. What am I doing health-wise? Pretty good. Naga Queens are pretty tough, or Nagas. They're just regular Nagas. Doesn't matter. They're pretty good. Yeah, actually, diplomacy has certainly served me well in previous campaigns, and I expect it to do so here as well, especially since I can't take any magic schools. Well, I can, but it'd be worthless to do so. And so there's really no point. Yay, genies. There's really no point in avoiding skills like that. That can be beneficial. And yeah, that's one way that a Might Hero can really start stacking up troops quickly anyway. Do I have any other... I can check out the refugee camp. Alright, we're just gonna stop there though. Unfortunately, I still have to build level 1 mage guilds just to get to the money, but it is kind of convenient that I don't have to build up any mage guilds. So there's some good. There's some silver lining to this. I also don't have to worry about as many of the stat-up buildings, only some of them. This is gargoyles? I'm gonna pick some up. The low-level troops especially are pretty good. Yeah, these warrior tombs have a decent chance of a strong artifact. What does this do? Oh. Oh, that would have been useful, like, you know, 5 campaigns ago. If he's sleeping... Oh yeah, it skips him. How about that? Yeah, that would have been really handy, like, in the gem campaign, and virtually every campaign prior to that. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there we go. Gonna put together a force while you run straight at the enemy here. And I'm pretty close, so I can afford to claim the mine. Ah, of course they're gonna fight me. Whatever. And with tactics, some of these slower troops can actually do something, which is handy. You guys are made of stone, man. That's impressive. It's flesh on stone action. Oh, baby. Or maybe stone on metal. Now that's just wrong. It is. It makes no sense. Okay. Let them get closer. See the whites in their eyes. No, that phrase doesn't really work here. You are slow-mo, but you are not going to attack. I want the gremlins protected more so than my stone gargoyles. Genies. Genies are like competent DPS, so I'm not going to expose them just yet. I'll use my lower level troops as sacrificial lambs to an extent. No melee penalty, but whatever. I'll just walk around and staff these guys. And yeah, now I can bring my genies back for some damage dealing. And even though they're frail, the iron golems won't be able to do too much when they're in these low numbers. This is probably a mistake to attack. There's some experience to be had though, and a completely worthless item to me. Like totally worthless, since it's intelligence that it gives you. I have a lumber mill, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything then. Maybe I can pawn it off. What is it? Just, yeah, knowledge skill. Woot. Alrighty. I think we'll try and claim this. and then build up defenses, we might be able to take Ain as a result. And no, I don't have a lumber mill. What the heck? Where's my lumber mill? Oh. Alright. Well, if that's how it is. We're just gonna get a citadel. Lots of tower troops are blocking a garrison en route to eventually getting to Groa. That's what that was telling us, essentially. I know I go through them quickly, but that's what it said. Yep, castle. Which is all the more awesome that I'm capturing it, though. And you do need to move somewhat quickly on this map because you do have a time limit. It's not too pressing, but you want to capture enough castles or towns to make a difference, to be able to build up enough forces in time. Yeah, whatever, just fly in there. Ow. Like how he looks like a wizard, but can't cast spells. And yeah, I'll try not to walk onto the wizard mines now, especially now that we're in Shadow of Death. Okay. Yeah, I'll take advanced logistics. Logistics is really crucial to a hero who has no magical means of teleporting around. Yeah, there you go. This is the message you get. Yaga's given up on magic in all its forms. His knowledge of battle and tactics will have to be enough to get him through the rest of his life. So for whatever reason, being a barbarian to Yogg means that he can't use magic. Even though pretty much everybody else in Krulod can use magic in some capacity. They're not good at it, but they use it. But as you wish, Yogg. Anyway, we sniped. I'm going to try and grab this too. Yeah. We sniped the city off of Red, and Ain is out fishing in the south somewhere with her Titan. And now we have the means to build up enough forces to take her down. So, we'll be doing that in the next video. But that'll conclude this one. So, thumbs up if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next part. The Mean Team signing off.